lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh? Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second down now, it's Scott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Throw left side complete to Scott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 55 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
A false start backs him up 5, first and 15. Wentz now to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. A very solid gain of 27. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a first and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Goff, and the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. On first down, it's gone. Pass incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams have taken the lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Rams 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 29 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down.
180. Value one. Tighten up.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 51 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 2nd and 7, Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Goff now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Goff now to throw. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. Time an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. A handoff to start out the drive. It's Pumphrey. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Here we go. Ready? Watch 54. Great 57. Hey, tighten down. Move. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you, punk.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz on the crossing route, complete. That's Jackson. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 3-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Heavy on the edges.
From his goal line here, Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. Touchdown, LA! Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 76 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Goff on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Come on. Hey, high 7. 15, 9, 15. Go.
There's Goff. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff now looks to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by John Johnson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 for 1. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Gone. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it, as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another carry down for Gurley. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
He's checking. Crash. Check safety. Hold on.
Well, now they'll try the end around. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take them to 4th down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180! 54! Mike, 54! In your face!
On 1st down, Scott. That good for 22 on a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Back to throw, Goff. Flushed out right. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you?
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I better kill them.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
I know the game continues to evolve, and we have a lot of exotic stuff nowadays. I can't help it. I love a good old-fashioned draw play.
Who's typically fooled on defense on a play like that, a successful draw play?
Typically, it's the defensive line that's fooled because they're just pinning their ears back and going after the quarterback. And once they create some space and you get past them, you usually have a long way to go.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 23 yards the pickup there.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some space here. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
On side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Now, meanwhile, they...
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, flag 15! 0.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 5, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now Rivers. And Allen's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Here's Jackson. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Boston Scott, his first carry. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 31, Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
To throw is Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense.
That's caught inside the 20. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. Taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. From the 30 on 2nd down, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 70 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, here we go. 180. Great 15. Great 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Pumphrey. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. He was brought down by Michael Davis.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's Wentz to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Hey, Lou. X3, 218, chopper. Sunday.
Wentz now on first down, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops. That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Check 25. Blue draw Corker.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Wentz to throw for it on fourth. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down. I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there,
and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 27 yards, and the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7. Under pressure, they got him again. Joey Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have it.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
81.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 92 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
First down. 390.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Badgley able to knock this one through. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin the drive with Pumphrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Throwing now is Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 33 yards that time.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
Throwing is Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Going deep here for Allen. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get him started again occasionally.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Bro is a very, very fickle man.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Scott. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Boston Scott, 67 yards. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They started on the ground with Eckler. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd and 5 now. Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let this one go deep, right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Open man, it's Allen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Charger 1st down. Rivers hooking up with Allen.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Going deep for Benjamin. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw again on second down. Rivers, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Rivers to Benjamin, good for the Charger first down. On 1st and 10, Rivers.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, here's Eckler. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what?
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 52. Watch the block. Grip. Watch the block. Watch the block. Motion. Block. Down the man inside. Down the man. Let's find 7. Check. Kill.
They start on the ground with Pumphrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Again, it's Pumphrey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the interception here, Rivers. And caught right side, Green. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On second down, this is Jackson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Badgley's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
180! And 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Well, going into the final play of this game.